Krishna plays with a newborn calf. One day, after a long afternoon of wandering and grazing cows in the forest, all the children returned home to take their refreshing summer baths. Their curls were still wet, and though their bodies were clean, they had not yet been adorned with their usual forest paintings, flowers, or peacock feathers. Tired and hungry, the kids gathered at Nanda Bhavan to eat with Kana, sitting in small, informal circles rather than a formal queue. Maya served them golden bowls filled with rice, mixed with sweet misri milk. The children ate with such gusto that white drops splattered across Kana's stomach, leaving his lips and right hand shining white with milk. As they enjoyed their meal, Tak, the youngest and always the first to know the forest news, leaned in and said softly, "My Pavitra is going to deliver a kid." Kana looked at him in surprise. "How do you know that?" he asked. Tak replied proudly, "Maya was saying so. That's why Baba doesn't allow Pavitra to go grazing." Just then, Nandan Chacha's aged servant arrived, his face glowing with joy. Krishna immediately asked him eagerly, "Has Pavitra delivered the baby?" The servant beamed and said, "She has just delivered a calf as white as milk." In an instant, Tak, Krishna, Subala, Bhadra, and Dawa all jumped up in excitement, exclaiming, "Hooray!" Leaving their bowls half-finished, the boys bolted toward the door. Maya's voice followed them anxiously. "Stop. Stop. At least eat your food. Wash your hands and mouth." But the children, their mouths still smeared with rice and milk, ran off with brightened lips and empty stomachs, their only thought being the newborn calf. The servant felt a pang of guilt and sighed to himself. "I should have told them after they finished eating. Now Kana has gone running on an empty stomach." Maya watched from the doorstep until they disappeared down the pathway. Then she turned to the servant and pleaded, "They won't return quickly now. Tell Achala that all of them have gone hungry and ask her to stubbornly feed them there." Even before the message could be delivered, Tak's mother had already reached her barn, prepared to feed the children. But when the boys arrived, they didn't even glance at the bowls she held out. They were completely absorbed in watching Pavitra, Nandan Chacha's finest white cow, and her brand new calf, which was just as white as she was. The newborn calf had not yet managed to stand. Pavitra was so engrossed in smelling and mooing at Kana that she seemed to have momentarily forgotten her own baby. Dawa Dada and Bhadra gently held the cow's face in their tiny hands, turning her again and again toward the calf and saying softly, "Lick him." Pavitra licked her calf a few times, but soon turned back to moo and smell Krishna again. Meanwhile, the calf peeped faintly and moved, trying its best to stand. Kana encouraged the little one lovingly, calling out, "Come on, stand up. Get up." Drawn by Krishna's presence, the calf somehow staggered to its feet on its spreading legs, only to fall again. It tried once more, eager to be close to Kana. Finally, as Krishna held the calf's face gently in both his hands, fondling and caressing it, the little calf stood tall. After all, if Krishna himself lifted someone up, who would not stand tall? Thank you for listening. May Krishna's Leelas bring peace and happiness. Hare Krishna.